Hello my friends, welcome. If this is your first time here, then welcome to this channel. If not, welcome back. It's been a while since I've done a haul because I haven't been buying stuff. That's not true. I have been buying stuff, but very minimally. Earlier this year, I did a video showing you what I had purchased so far in this 2019, the year of the low buy, and I'll have another one probably towards the end of the year. But at the midway mark, I'm really happy. I have still spent money, but the name of the game was not spending money. It was just being more mindful about what I purchased and not buying really frivolous amounts of skincare and makeup. But this is a whole video. So recently Colourpop had a sale on everything on their website and I jumped on, and there were a few products that I've been wondering about for quite a while, including the foundation, the concealer and stuff like that. And I thought it was a good time just to try some stuff out. I don't have a lot of stuff coming in at the moment. So I thought, yeah, why not have a look at some of their products. So I've more or less bought a full face of makeup. I think there's a few things I didn't purchase because I already have them in my collection from Colourpop. So I'm going to aim to do a full face of Colourpop makeup today. I've got nothing on my face at the moment, as you can tell, except for some moisturiser, which feels like it's already disappeared. So I might moisturise again. My skin is so dry and dehydrated at the moment. I'm ready for the warmer weather to come back. I have to say, my favourite part of ordering stuff online, particularly when you buy it from, let's say, the US and it takes a while to get here, is that you kind of forget what you've purchased, and it's almost like a bit of a, it's not a lucky dip because you know more or less what you've bought, but there's always those few add-ins that I always put onto an order, and I just get surprised when they arrive. So here is the box. This took about 2 weeks, I think just short of 2 weeks. I ordered over, I think it was $50 to get the free international shipping. Alright, so here's the box, nicely packed with some bubble wrap. Do not throw your bubble wrap away. Alright, so here everything is. I've got 10 items here. I think I paid $103 Australian. Let's have a look at all of this stuff. Okay, so I'm in no particular order, I'm just picking things out. I've got the matte blur setting spray, so the face setting spray. It's a really nice orange bottle there. I have the matte blur primer, and actually these were a set. So these two came in as a set for a special price. So it's a creamy, soft pink color, almost the same color as the, oh, that really dries down quite fast. I picked up the No Filter foundation. I really hope that this shade matches. I got light 60. Hopefully that works. Might be a little light, but we'll see. I got the No Filter concealer as well. These strings on my shirt are annoying me so much. All right, so to round up the face products, I've also got one of their face powders. This one is the No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder, and I got this in the shade Light. I got the volumizing mascara. Well, this is really weighty. So that's that, and it's a kind of hourglass shaped wand. I got their Brow Boss gel, and this is the shade Dark Brown. I got one of their Luxe lipsticks. I've been wondering about these since they came out actually. I've heard really good things. Packaging is beautiful. They smell really good, and I got the shade Still Crazy, so like a darky mauve pink. And then last thing is I picked up one of their palettes. I've got another one of their palettes. I've got the I'm Rosa palette, and I've got some individual shadows that I purchased. And I picked up the Sweet Talk palette, and this is what it looks like. Very pretty. And I lied, there's one more product. I picked up a single shadow, and it's one of their, you're not going to be able to see this. It's one of their pressed, there we go. It's one of their pressed glitters in Hungry Ghost. Alright, I'm committing. I'm getting rid of the boxes. Okay, so I thought I'd picked up a blush bronzer, but I looked at my invoice. I didn't. That's okay. I might use some of my Colourpop shadows that I already own for that, because that would work. And I also didn't pick up a highlighter because I have this, which is my favorite. This is Lunch Money. I've been using this for a long time. And so we'll add that to the look. And shall we get started? I'm going to use a beauty blender for the complexion products. And I'm going to start off with a pea-sized amount, oh, that's a lot, of the primer. I feel like this brand is pretty much geared towards a younger population. Like the packaging is very fun and the marketing is really cool. The colors are very like aesthetically pleasing, the packaging and stuff. And I'm thinking that maybe, I don't know, like we'll see, but maybe this foundation will be more suitable for an oily skin, particularly because they have paired stuff with a matte primer and a matte setting spray. I typically like a more dewy finishing spray, but let's just see how it goes. All right, that has blended in to almost nothing. There's just a slight tackiness. I can see some slight like blurring of my pores. This is the product I'm most excited for, so let's shake it up. Hopefully this matches. And we'll start off with 2 pumps. We'll see. Oh, I think it's going to be a little bit dark for me. It's a really thin formula. Probably should have gone 1 shade lighter. I'm just going to bounce that in. My gosh, you can't even see it on camera that well, but this is orange, and it's actually a lot, is it pink? Once it's all over my face, it'll be fine. So the match, in terms of the like darkness and lightness, it's pretty good match, but it's just a little bit like maybe the wrong undertone, but we'll see. It's looking pretty good. It's looking a little dry, but nothing like terrible. It's blended in well. I feel like if this dries down significantly darker, then we're in some trouble. But at the moment, it's okay. My skin doesn't feel dry. It just looks quite matte, and I'm okay with that. I feel like the coverage is like a medium coverage. You can still see my freckles. You can still see some darkness. So let's go in with the concealer. I know people really love this concealer, so I'm quite excited to try this one out. This is light 14. This is the shade that was recommended for me. But again, I feel like this might be too light actually. Okay, let's go. Oh, the coverage is really good. Coverage is really good. This shade is a really good like brightening shade for me. Oh, and already after I put it on my skin, till when I started blending, it had darkened slightly. Okay, I'm gonna go in now with the powder. I must admit I'm a little bit afraid to powder because I'm feeling like I already look quite dry. And I'm just going to press that all over my skin. It's quite hard pressed, like it's not a lot of kick up. So I might see if I can pick up some powder on my dry beauty blender and just press that in. It's been so long since I've used a pressed powder, I don't know how I feel about it. I had to take a quick break because my battery was running out, so I just thought I'd step outside for a sec and show you what my skin looks like. It's a little bit more matte than I like, but this is kind of usual for a matte foundation that I would then spray with a dewy mist. So I'm a little bit hesitant to actually use the matte mist, but my skin, like the pores, look really minimized. Okay, so while I was off camera, I had started to use an eyeshadow to bronze up my face a little bit. So I used Bel Air just to bring some warmth to the outside of my face. And I also then went ahead and used a little bit of Running Late as like a almost warm peachy blush on my cheeks. And I also went ahead with my fingers and I applied a little bit of Lunch Money to the tops of my cheeks and a little bit just to the top of my brow bone there because I'm looking dry. I think that's got to do with the combination of the primer and the foundation together, and I've made an executive decision that I'm not going to use the spray today simply because I know I won't like the outcome. This is as, I guess, matte looking as I want to be. I really like the foundation and the concealer, but I feel like the primer, I might have brought it a little bit up too high and under my eyes because they're looking a little bit dry and cakey at the moment. So I don't know if it's a combination of using this and this under the eyes, but we'll see. Just to give you a closer look of what I'm talking about, it's looking a little dry. I am going to use the brow gel. I typically will use a pencil, just really very like minimally, and then use a gel, but because this is what I've got, this is what I'm going to use. Oh, the top has come out. Well, that's interesting. So my topper is very loose, so every time I pull out the wand, the topper comes out too. I'm pretty lucky that I have, you know, brow hairs and quite a structured brow already, so all I need to do is just go through. While I was off camera and waiting for my battery to recharge, I started having a little bit of lunch, and so I may or may not have dropped some stuff on my shirt. And I am halfway through lunch now. And you know that, like, sometimes starting to eat and not finishing to eat is worse than not starting to eat at all, because now I'm just like, my stomach's going, I want to finish my lunch, I'm hungry. So that's 2 layers now, and it's built up this brow. It doesn't look like much from on camera, but in person you can see this one's got a lot more dimension. It's a lot fluffier. So 2 coats is what it took to get it looking good. This is a nice little gel, I like it. All right, now onto the exciting part, we're onto the Sweet Talk palette. I don't even know where to start, it's so beautiful. There's some gorgeous shades in there. Before we get started, I might show you the pressed glitter that I purchased. So this one was in the shade Hungry Ghost. Let's look at that again. There we go, look how pretty. Oh, I thought it'd be a lot oilier feeling. It's actually quite dry feeling. And these chunks are quite large. It's gonna look beautiful. That's almost impossible to show you what that looks like. It is so pretty. So it's an iridescent, like green, pinky peach. No, actually not pink, just peach. Like green and peach. Now it's interesting, some of these are Super Shock shadows, some of these are pressed powder, and some of these are the pressed glitters. There are some really pretty colours in this. So of course we're going to go a soft peachy glittery look. Okay, so I'm going to take Catch Me, which is a really soft peachy nude shade. It's a nice place to start. Oh, that's pretty. A shade like this, just buffed in all over the lid, is perfect for work for me. I'll pop it in the crease also. Using the same brush, I'm going to grab it, Work It, and just pop that one in the crease. I just skidded you in a little bit closer. Can you see there's a little bit of fallout there? I'm going to switch over to a synthetic brush and see if I can get a bit of a better blend. I'm going to grab, in case you missed it, and put that kind of on the outer corner. And I'll just keep blending and I'll be back. And grab West Side and just stick that right in the outer corner just to bring a bit of depth. It's not a very dark shade, but it will bring just a little bit of depth to the outer corner. Just grabbing a clean brush and just like clean up the borders and just blend them. It's interesting how different an eyeshadow looks on camera to in real life. It looks so much deeper and more dramatic in real life than on the camera. And I look at it in person, I'm like, oh yeah, that's fairly blended. And then I look on camera, I'm like, oof, no, it's not. I'm gonna pick up Melody with a flat brush and we'll see how it goes on dry. Otherwise, I'll use a setting spray. Yeah, let's use a setting spray. Lay that down. So the trick with this is to lay it down wet, and that'll give you a little bit more sheen and pigment, and then grab it on your finger and lay it on top of where that setting spray or that wet pigment is, and it will stick and show up more like true to pan colour. And I would normally just leave it there, but we've got these beautiful glitters in there as well. I don't know where to go with this. We've got side to side, we've got early morning, and we've got prism drama. Yeah, prism drama, look at that. And that is just one of those pure glitters. And this one looks like a glitter too, but this one looks like it's just a, I don't know if you can see, but it's like very small glitter in like a sheer base, so it kind of gives that look, that wet look. I'm really tempted to go in with this. What should I do? What should I do? Really lightly, and just press it on really lightly. I'm gonna layer the gold and the pink. I'm not even sure you can see that. All right, did glitter go everywhere? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. All right, it's a long video. Okay, so we need mascara and we need our lips done, or my lips done. Yours are fine. Let's get to it and scoot back out. So the eyes are moderately glittery. I like it. I'm not going to put on any falsies or any eyeliner or anything today. Let's just go in with the BFF mascara and see how that goes. And then lipstick, and then we're out of here because this is a long video. It's kind of a 3-in-1 video. It's a haul, unboxing. It's a try on. It's a first impressions. It's a quick eye look. I like this mascara. I like how this has turned out overall. My entire look, I should say. We'll stick on the lips and we'll see how that goes. But so far, I like how everything's turned out, but I really should have bought a bronzer because I still feel really, really like pasty. All right, let's go in with the lipstick. Super excited. Like I said, never tried this formula. This is one of the mattes, I think. Oh, nice and thin. Highly pigmented. Very comfortable. It's everything I want from a lipstick. All right, what do you think? I like it. Like I said, I need some more color on my cheeks. I'm just gonna grab any bronzer and I'm gonna make myself feel a little bit more human. I'm feeling more like myself now. Now, like I said, I'm not going to use the mattifying because no thank you. Use my trusty Fix Plus and see you in a second. All right, here we are. This is my unboxing haul. First impressions, eyeshadow look, all for Colourpop. That was the Sweet Talk palette. I grabbed the loose pressed glitter that I purchased and I put it in my palette, but I left it in the sleevey thing so that it doesn't go everywhere. Top tip, you always learn something. Let's run through very quickly. Right, so primer, liked it, although I will avoid anywhere under my eyes and the perimeters of my face because I feel like it's too drying for me. Foundation, very much like. The colour is a bit light for me and a little bit wrong undertone, but as you can see, I can make it work. Concealer, I really liked. I'm going to play with it some more. I feel like it did give really good coverage, but I feel like if I use this and then a different powder, very good. The powder, it's something I might bring it with me if I want to touch up my foundation, but I prefer a loose powder, I think, at this point. The brow gel I really, really liked. You can see there's nothing dramatic happening, but it gave good brow. Mascara, loved it, really like it. I probably would apply another layer though, just because that's what I prefer. Have always liked this, no comment. Lipstick, very nice, feels really nice. If I needed lipstick, I would definitely buy more of these. The palette, beautiful, no complaints at all. There was a little bit of fallout, that's okay, like whatever. Those glittery shades are glorious. I feel like this is my favorite color in the whole entire world. The mattes did very well, the shimmers are okay. Glitters are beautiful, as you can see, and didn't use this because I will use this when I have a super glowy foundation in the middle of summer. So it's just not right for me right now, but very happy, but wrong color, but very happy. I like everything. The Fix Plus added that little bit of glow that I needed with my foundation. So 9 out of 10. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. If there's anything that you really enjoy from this range, leave it in the comments below because I'd love to try out more, but not right now because I'm on a low buy, remember? Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and all that sort of stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.